Yeah, I mean, besides the Beamer outside, another vehicle, one of them wasn't clean. I was expecting to see the shit detailed. I mean, I see it all the time in the Instagram posts, and I'm like, I want the office sound as I arrived. There should have been speakers. As I entered the door, it should have been like, hooray! These guys were like, hey. My name is Reginald Jennings. I'm a father of two amazing girls, also a husband of an amazing wife for 16 years now. We've been doing e-commerce for the last 3 years as a family. I left my corporate job because I wanted more time for my family. And so now that we're here, we're just soaking up the knowledge, soaking up the opportunity to just live this life of living it in our own terms. And a lot of people, they just they don't think they have the ability to choose the life that they want. And that's what e-commerce has done for us, and that's who I am now. I want to live the life of just being free with my family, my girls, and just make amazing memories together. And that's who I am. So I found out about e-commerce through an actual ad on Facebook. A few years ago, there's a whole bunch of guys, gurus, talking about making money online with t-shirts, print-on-demand items like t-shirts, mugs, and Teespring. And I wanted something that would make me money while I'm sleeping. And so that idea alone just forced me to seek greatness, seek out those that are winning, seek out those that are making it happen. So I wanted it, and I went all in on it. Absolutely. I had so many doubts. Matter of fact, it was the hardest time because my wife and I, we were trying to find something, and I kept jumping from one opportunity to another opportunity to another opportunity to the point where we were just spending money and not seeing any return. But on the flip side, I wasn't executing 100% as much as I was executing on e-commerce. So the doubts were there. The loss of money was there. The stress of my spouse saying, hey, this can't be real was there. And it wasn't until we actually got our first sale, and then the next sale, and then the next sale, that it became a reality. So I think the biggest thing that happened for me was my daughter. Every morning we would see each other, pack our lunches, pack our bags. I would go off to work. She would go off to school. And she said to me one morning, I really wish you can drop me off and not mommy. And I explained to her, I can't drop you off because I have to go to work. And it just, though I was making really good money, and I had an amazing opportunity, I still love my opportunity. The fact that I was missing out on the growth of my children, missing out on the growth of my relationship, it was like, hey, I gotta make this happen. I need to do this, right? And I need to go all in. And every night we got into more arguments. We got into more, we weren't working together as a family because I was so obsessed with making this happen and just to prove that we can do this. So it was, that those feelings alone pushed me to just seek it and win. So, yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, for me, the next reason besides e-commerce was my older sister. My sister was becoming a doctor, and she recently suffered from grand mal seizures. And so someone that went to school, got good grades, was on her path to becoming a doctor, now is disabled and is unable to work, and she was unable to pay her bills. And so we were supporting my sister during that time, and I needed extra money to be able to support her. So between my family not seeing a lot of me, between my sister having a need, and I know I had the know-how, that pushed me to seek it. That pushed me to go out and find it. I'm going to tell you, you're going to spend money. You're going to lose sleep. You're going to have moments where it's just not going to work. But if you can get past all of that, if you can see, if you have it visualized in your mind, if you can see where you want to go, then that's what makes it possible. Now we're talking about, having vacations every year, not just a week vacation. We take 4 weeks of vacation. That didn't happen when I was working a 9 to 5, right? And I was still spending 60 and 70 hours a week working that actual opportunity. Now we're able to spend months on vacation. Now we're able to create the opportunities that we want. Now we're doing things that we thought we couldn't do before. We're able to pick up and just go. I'm down here in Miami having an amazing time, just surrounding myself with greatness. And I didn't have to ask for time off. I didn't have to worry about where the money came from. I didn't have to think about who's going to take care of my children while I'm away. Are my bills going to be taken care of? Because we were able to sit down, follow something, and just go all in. And I had to see that initially, like it's possible, right? Before it actually happened. So my first 2 months first 3 months on e-commerce, we actually lost $60,000. I don't speak about it a lot, but yes, I ventured out. I actually got advice from someone that we considered a guru. That guru didn't fall through on his part of the deal, and though we were generating money on our store, he wasn't fulfilling, and that put us in a debt of $60,000 of refunds that we had to pay back in our first 3 months of e-commerce. And when that happened, you would have thought I would have went back to work. You would have thought I would have given up. You would have thought I would just turn in a towel and just called it quits. But we picked ourselves back up. We did odd jobs. I did pick up trash for a bit. I did find different gigs to do. I did do deliveries. I did do Uber Eats, okay, to have some money to be able to start all over again. And that little bit of money to start all over again turned into $1.2 million a year later. So I started e-commerce in 2016. Actually, it was September of 2016 I started. I actually came to Tampa, Florida, where there was a mastermind. And there was a lot of kids that were doing e-commerce. When I say kids, 20-year-olds that were doing it. And I wanted in. And so I was willing to just go all in because the energy was there. It's what I wanted, the ability to have the control and the ability to be able to provide for my family. And the knowledge was there, and it was ready for me to take it. And I thought it was just going to be a straight path, and it wasn't. But I didn't just throw it away and say it didn't work. I kept working at it until something happened. How old am I? 33. Yep. So I started when I was 30. Yep.
Wow.
We're building stores every day. We're making money every day. In fact, the store that we started in February with the help of Richard and Lass has done just under $800,000 in sales this year alone. And that was primarily with what they're teaching their course. I think what changed for me was removing myself from individuals that weren't providing me value, right? So surrounding yourself with greatness is something I say all the time. And why am I here? Because I know this is where greatness is. I can't be around individuals that are not in the business, that are not working the business. And so that's the hard part, especially since a lot of my friends have no idea what I do. They just see the money, but they can't relate to some of the things that I'm dealing with. So first things first is surround yourself with individuals that are going in the same direction as you, that you can lean on, that can pick you up when you need, or you can seek them when you're having an issue, and they can advise you. The next thing I would advise is to find individuals that are greater than you, okay? All the time I'm reaching out, I'm spending time, I'm spending money, I'm re-educating myself with people that are doing larger numbers than us. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get in front of them. If it's for 15 minutes, an hour, I'm going to do whatever it takes because I know that 15 minutes, an hour will change my life yet again, right? So it's just like if all of a sudden I wanted to become a bodybuilder, I can't go and talk to my friend that's not a bodybuilder, to help me become a bodybuilder. I got to go find bodybuilders that have competed, that have trained, that have that mindset that I need. Right? So make sure you're seeking those that are doing better than you. Also, remove yourself from individuals that are not going in the same direction from you. And then remember, If you're working a 9 to 5, your dreams can start at 6 o'clock. Okay, that's huge. A lot of us like, oh, I work a 9 to 5, I work a 9 to 5. I still work 16 hours a day. I still work 20 hours a day. There's days where I don't sleep. There's weekend. I don't see weekends. When my Friday gets here, I'm working still. My Saturdays, I'm still working. My Sundays, I'm still working. Okay, so it's not something that you're going to set it and forget it. You are going to work this, but it's going to be at your terms. It's going to be because you decided that you want to do something, greater if for yourself or your family or for someone else, but it's by your terms. I was a system administrator and a technical account manager. My job was customer acquisition as well as customer support in IT. So my job most days consist of dealing with six-figure businesses, helping them harness the power of technology to reach their business goals by my recommendations. So when we're providing solutions, when we're providing products, when we're talking to individuals, we're giving them solutions, and it kind of coincides with being in e-commerce. We're providing a product, we're providing a service, we're connecting with them instead of just locally here in our state, but now around the world, right? So that same philosophy of providing the best possible solution, best customer experience is what we still provide and we focus on in our business, and that has helped us grow our business. I'll still be in IT. To be honest, I actually run three businesses. So I have my IT consultant business, which is I'm doing the same thing I was doing in corporate, just for smaller businesses. I have my three e-commerce stores, and now we're starting to migrate into investments. So, but if I would probably still be doing IT for the corporate America in my cubicle, still watching these same videos, on my iPad, during lunchtime and trying to figure out is it real or what my life could look like. And I probably still be buying courses and not executing on those courses because I'm comfortable in what I'm doing. I probably will still be thinking, of the day I can take my family on vacation, but I got to wait till the next tax season to come around, and hopefully, that money can be used for a trip and not a credit card that, I bought unnecessary stuff during the years that I haven't paid off. These are the things that I probably would have been doing. My mindset has changed now because the impossible is not possible. And I think a lot of us, we are focusing on it can't be real. But when I'm telling you that it's real, we're doing 5-figure take-home months. We're able to create 6-figure stores on demand. We're able to just crank out, a $1 million store in 6 weeks because we've decided that this is what we want. That's what you need to do to take it to the next level, okay? That's what you are going to need to do if you truly want this. I take it every mile at a time. So in the next 5 years, honestly, what e-commerce is and what e-commerce should be taken as, it should be taken as an investment, seed money. So in the next 5 years, I'm hoping to own at least 50 units. That's multiple apartment buildings. That's getting into real estate. Definitely want to do some stock market. Actually next year I'm about to pay my mortgage off, right? And I've only owned the property for 7 years. So I'm gonna be debt free, mortgage free, and I thought in the next 5 years that would be the goal, but that's happening next year. I think I'm gonna start putting money away for my girls' quinceañera, and they still have at least 7 years to go. I'm probably going to be taking a lot more vacations. I think I'm going to try to at least do a 3-month vacation. Just take 3 months off and just kind of just chill for a bit. One of the things that we talked about today was retiring before 40. What is that going to look like? So one of my big hairy goals is to have $10 million by the time I'm 40 in the bank. So I'm glad he asked that question because one of the things that I love and I look forward to is when a business closes. Okay? Every day businesses are closing. Okay, let's think about for a minute Toys R Us closing, right? Is the market saturated? Clearly no. Okay, because guess what? People are going online to buy items all day, every day. And big businesses like Blockbuster, like Hollywood Video, like Toys R Us, okay? are closing because they did not focus on the e-commerce side of the business. Okay, they didn't think, Black Friday used to be running to the store and waiting out in the cold. Now you can do it from a click of a button. So my answer is, how many more stores do you think are going to close in the next 5 years? How many stores do you think are going to close in the next 3 years? When do you think people are going to stop using their mobile phone to buy a product or service? When do you think people are going to stop searching online for enhancements or an item for someone? When you think that happens, then yes, I think that's when the market, the business will not exist anymore. I think the more that everybody is focused on their mobile devices. If all of a sudden tomorrow mobile devices are going to go away, then yep, the business is completely fucked and we're screwed. So. I think it does not matter that it's saturated. And just to give you an example, one of our products that we're selling right now, it has been around for the last 4 years, and we're crushing with it. Right? There's different. I think about it like this: new fans are born every day, right? New interests are born every day. The fact that people are still trying to lose weight means that, guess what? The niche of losing weight will be around forever. The fact that people want to look better, feel better, and every day someone's releasing a new course that could be rehashed and making millions of dollars off of, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm thankful that I stopped, I'm thankful for all the things that we have right now. I'm also thankful that I finally clicked on Richard and Laz ad way back when. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here today. There was a time during our e-commerce business, we were struggling, right? And I needed another way. And I kept seeing these Hispanic guys talking about Google, and I'm like, they don't know anything. And then a friend of mine, Jake, was like, no, these guys actually know their stuff. And I'm like, I might want to jump in and take a look at it. And then my friend Carrie Ann jumps on and was like, dude, I'm doing 5 figures a month, all Google. And I'm like, okay. So I'm thankful for all those individuals. I'm thankful for the opportunity kept presenting itself, because that's the problem with a lot of us. We continue to see these opportunities and we're just like, nope. And we're basically saying no to our dreams. So the first things first is stop saying no to your dreams. Understand that there is people out there that are willing to give it to you. You have to be willing to seek it and go all in. So I'm thankful for those individuals, Richard, Laz. I'm thankful for, just my wife supporting me and just continuing to go all in. I'm thankful for my girls supporting the journey and going all in. If anybody wants to reach out to me, you can find me on Instagram. It's Reginald Jennings Jr. And I think, the biggest thing that we need to stop doing is we need to stop saying no. We need to stop saying no, no to the dream. We need to stop saying the 9-to-5 life is the only way out. We need to see past that cubicle. We need to see past the wall, and we need to decide this is what we want to do. If we're not going to decide, if we're not going to seek greatness, then why continue to follow these individuals? Why continue to like their post? Okay? They're trying to reach out to you to change your life, but you are saying no to the dream. You are saying no to the opportunity. So if they say pain is temporary, right? But if we say no, it'll last forever. So that's the reason why you're following these guys. That's the true reason why you're trying to figure out if this is real, because it's real, but you have yet to decide this is what you want to do. So stop waiting and let's do it.